Hey everyone, it's Nico, and the kind folks over at Rarlab Games sent me over a key to check out Tamagoneko? Neko? Not really sure how to say the name. Hopefully one of those is right. But this is a Kaizo style platformer, and it's already available on PC, and it is about to release on Nintendo Switch. So I'm going to be playing through a bit of this, kind of showing it off, kind of letting you know what you can expect, because this is a good party challenge for those that like really difficult platformers. But if you don't, this will not be for you. This game is intended to be difficult, it's intended to be a little bit frustrating, and it's intended for you to have to master its mechanics. So if that sounds like something that you're not into, you're certainly not going to be into this game, because it doesn't have varying difficulty levels to make it easier or cater to different skill levels. So basically what this is you play as a little cat, you platform through some levels, it's divided up into worlds like Mario would be, and there's coins to collect, and there's secrets like fruit and an egg at the end of the level, and each level that you beat counts towards your progress on that particular world. From what I can tell, you need to beat at least 15 of the 20 levels in a world to proceed to the next. So if a world has a really difficult level and you just can't get through it and it's frustrating you, you can skip it and then just try a different one. So unless you're a completionist, you don't need to complete every single level in the game, which is nice and does assist in making this feel a little less frustrating. And the coins are basically like your currency. There's a bunch of different cosmetic options so you can change the look of your cat. There's over like 50 skins, there's trails and effects, and there's a lot here to kind of customize the look if you're really into that sort of thing. And if you're not, that's fine too. You could just kind of ignore it. You don't have to do it. There are in-game achievements if you're into that sort of thing, so that'll give you something else to kind of go for as a goal. Now, as far as the way your little cat friend handles, feel a little floaty, and it took a little bit of an adjustment period for me to get used to. I don't really know how to describe it other than a bit floaty and maybe a tad bit slippery. It wasn't bad by any means, but it did take a little bit of getting used to. It wasn't quite as precise as like Mario is. So expect a little bit of a learning curve for how our little cat friend handles. But other than that, the levels seem to be really well designed. They can be a bit frustrating because that is the intent. Some levels that are a little bit longer will have like a checkpoint, and then others will be kind of on the shorter end, and so they won't have a checkpoint. The majority of the levels are just filled with traps and things that are out to kill you. If you do happen to die, you'll either respawn at the beginning of a level or at the checkpoint. Also, if you get yourself kind of in a situation where you're stuck and you can't even kill yourself, there is a button you can hold and it'll reset you to the previous checkpoint. The game tracks like your best times and your collectibles for each level. So if you're going for all the fruits, you can easily see which levels that you previously finished to get the fruits you missed. It's a really simple game, so there's not a whole lot to explain about it. It felt really similar to me in the way it handled to like Super Meat Boy, but a little bit of a less emphasis on speed and like wall riding and sliding, and a little bit more of an emphasis on platforming. There's different mechanics that are introduced, and you can do those things, but like sometimes they'll introduce something new like balloons you can bounce off of. You can grab onto like ladders and things like that. There's hidden passages. There's quite a bit here that kind of mixes it up so it doesn't get stale really quickly. But from what I played, I had fun with it. It was definitely one of those games to me that was making my hands sweat. And, getting some of that gamer juice all over my controller. But I had fun from what I played so far. And I'll most likely play some more. It ran really great, so this seems like a good port of the PC original. The music was pretty decent, and I thought the art style was also pretty decent. It's not the best pixel art and not the best music you're ever going to hear, but it didn't hurt the experience at all, so I did enjoy that about it. And if you like hard platformers, this is definitely a good one. There's quite a few of these indie platformers that have a little bit of a higher difficulty to them that have released on Switch. So it's a really great system for these if you're a fan of this style of game. I have covered some of them on my channel previously, like Jubilee, for example, was one that I really enjoyed. I think this is harder than that was, but there's a lot of great platformers on the Switch, and I appreciate these smaller indie titles that I've never heard of being released. So thank you again to RARLab Games for porting this over, and I don't really think I have anything else to say about it. I think as far as a preview goes, I think I pretty much covered all my thoughts. So if you have any questions, maybe I missed something, please let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you on that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and until next time, have a good one.